breaking news, a couple was found dead in their home at 5 o'clock yesterday evening in Abrams County. Police are currently investigating possible suspects. More information will be broadcasted with updates on the case. In other news, Led Zeppelin's latest album is causing fear and anger nationwide among those claiming it has satanic associations. Stay tuned as we...
She's a total freak. I'm not surprised.
It's so scary.
I can't believe it.
This is Betty Harris. She was in the house on the night of the murders controlling the young Sada, I believe.
She's the neighbor.
Yes, she's known the family forever. She's from the phone. Poor woman. She seems pretty shaken. Go easy on her, Paul. We both know how you feel.
Take a seat, Mrs. Harris. We were wondering if you could share any information on Sydney Lewis. We understand that she's your neighbor. What else do you know?
Well, what would you like to know? Ma'am, if I'm being honest, we're trying to build suspect profiles, so anything you know of this case could help us.
Suspect? Not, surely, not Sid. God almighty, give me the strength. I can't believe this. Suspect?
Ma'am, please.
Sorry, sir. Now, I understand the suspicion. Kids like that with the whole goth, punk thing going on rubs me the wrong way too. All this talk about satanic folk, animal killings and whatnot. And a lot of them do mean trouble. I've seen kids graffiti that bridge just by Rick's Pizzeria. No good kids. But Sid's different. Honest. The kid wouldn't hurt a fly. I've lived next door since she was born, and she's always been sweet. She knew I'd been laid up with arthritis and all, so she took my dog out every day. Wouldn't accept any money for it. Not a penny. Now, her father, Bill, God rest his soul, was not as gentle as Sid. He picked on the paper boy, Mariano Sanchez's oldest son. Seemed to be just for his own amusement. And I hear him yell. I mean, Sid's the sweetest one in that whole damn house. Can't you see she's not the kind of girl to kill?
Ma'am, we're just trying to gather as much information as possible. Now, is there anything you could tell us concerning the events on the day that the murders took place?
I'm sorry, detective, but I don't know anything. I'm not a witness to any murder, I swear. All I can say is that I know that kid is innocent. She's not murdered, just one of those unfortunate types, and Lord knows we have plenty of them around here.
Ma'am, I understand. Now, did you see any members of the Lewis family on June 10th?
In the morning, I suppose. Sid and her little sister Margaret were on their way to school. They walk every morning. I was out on the porch with my paper each morning before work, and I waved to them. Like always, they say back, "Morning, Mrs. Harris." Nothing seemed much out of the ordinary, except little Margaret was limping. I thought, you know, kids, climbing trees, jumping rope. I didn't think it was a big deal. I just... Oh no. He didn't. He wouldn't.
When you say he...
No, they're just kids.
Is there more you know about the Lewis family?
No.
Thank you for coming again. We know that these are troubling times. Please be well.
Well, it's looking like a case of abuse, huh, Charlie?
I believe we may have our motive. Now, Sydney Lewis's school teacher will be arriving shortly.
Oh, Lord, another hysterical woman?
This community is breaking. Paul has some class. Miss Dixon, please take a seat. Ms. Davidson? I'm so sorry, ma'am. Now, if you don't mind me cutting right to the chase. I'd prefer it. We believe that your student, Sydney Lewis, is culpable in the murder of her parents. Now, that's horrible. Wow.
Could you tell anything about Sydney Lewis, specifically regarding her presence in your class yesterday, the 5th of June?
I mean,
calls my lesson plans BS. And as a teacher, as an adult, as an authority figure, what am I supposed to do? I can't let her walk all over me. Right? It's right to discipline the child out of line. I've caught her smoking before. It's not right. It's not darn right, officers.
Ma'am, if you wouldn't mind discussing yesterday's event.
I don't remember much from the day. Things seemed fairly commonplace, to be honest. I did give Cindy detention, but that is not out of the ordinary. I called on her in class,
Miss Lewis, how do you mathematically represent the inverse of an exponent?
and she refused to answer the question. Officers, as those who enforce the law and order, surely you understand my right in punishing Miss Cindy Lewis. If students believe her behavior is acceptable...
Miss Davidson, could you tell us more about that detention?
Oh, well, that is easy. She didn't show up. I waited all day in my classroom after school, but that rotten rat would be bothered to attend. I tried to call her parents, but nobody answered.
Well, that'll be all. Thank you for coming.
How can I say?
You too.
There is a crash on I-90 and traffic is just now building up for a quarter mile. Also this morning, police are still attempting to identify the whereabouts of the prime suspect in the murders of Bill and Joyce Lewis. She is a 17-year-old Caucasian female with brown hair and blue eyes. If you see something, do not hesitate to call the police.
Stadies are gonna want to host a goddamn press conference, or we're gonna have all these reporters up our. Come in. Hi. I was called down to the station, but they didn't really explain.
Listen, kid. There's no easy way for me to tell you this. We understand that you're friends with Sydney Lewis. She is a suspect in the murder of her parents, and we were wondering if you could share any information on her.
Sid, she killed her. No, she didn't. This ridiculously like. Okay, I don't even know her that well. She's just in my math class. We sit at the same table.
Miss Raymond, I know that this is hard, but anything you can remember of Cindy's behavior in class would help us.
You know, I don't think she could read. At least not well. I noticed that. I think I was the only one who noticed that. She's not stupid, though. I don't know. She was secretive about it, but I helped her with bits of homework here and there.
So, did you do the kind of punishment rating last night?
No.
Oh. Well, you know, I think you'd really like it. It's about this guy, Raskolnikov. He walks around the city like he's better than all the other peasants, even though he's poor too.
That's funny.
And she'd come into class high a lot. She wouldn't, say so, but I could tell. Her demeanor always had a darkness to it, and when she was high, that darkness didn't go away. But it would be softer. Like when the night is peaceful. Like you could almost see the stars.
And later in the book, you see he's overcome with guilt and passes out all over the place.
You don't think he's a good person, do you?
You know what, Sid? I think I do.
She'd laugh a lot when she was stoned, and she smelled like weed too. Not that I've had weed officers. My brother used to smoke a lot, too much. So I've always hated the idea, When she was high, it was really obvious actually that she was, but the teacher never really seemed to care.
Settle down, Miss Lewis.
Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Somebody should have called the counselor or the police or CPS or someone. Somebody should have done something. They just left her. I left her too, I guess. I should have taken her and hid her away somewhere they couldn't get her. She'd be bruised.
Did you see Sydney yesterday?
She was alone. You can't blame her for this when nobody cared. Okay, when everyone who was supposed to care didn't. She was alone. Did not put her away. She is 17. Her getting back. No. Sorry.
Did you see Sydney?
In math, I saw her in math.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary to you?
She had some drawings in her notebook, actually.
Could you tell us what these drawings were of?
I'd rather not say.
Miss Raymond, it is imperative that you disclose as much detail as possible. Do you understand?
She had drawn a sofa with two limp figures on it. A person in the drawing is holding a smoking gun. I asked her, why would you draw them?
I don't know. Why don't you just draw someone planting flowers or riding a bike? Because I'm not interested in planting flowers or riding bikes. You see? Don't be funny, Sid.
Thank you very much, Miss Raymond. You may leave now.
Good Lord, I really hope this is a first degree.
It's looking good.
I mean, clearly something was wrong in this case, but that doesn't help her case because it's a black and white motive and those goddamn drawings. Jesus.
I wonder if they'll try her as a juvenile.
I'm not sure. Hello? Oh God. Okay. Cedric. Paul. Sydney's little sister Margaret has agreed to speak with us.
Oh, that poor girl.
Did you know she was the one who called 911?
How old is she again?
I believe 13. Miss Lewis, thank you for coming in. Please take a seat. Now, we know that this is going to be a difficult conversation, but I want you to know how important it is to share anything you remember so we can understand what happened to your parents. Okay.
Could you describe to us, to the best of your ability, the events of June 5th, yesterday?
Well, I went to school with Sid.
Mrs. Harris said you were limping. Are you injured?
I'm not.
Is somebody hurting you?
No.
Is it your father?
No.
Your mother?
Stop!
Miss Lewis, it is important that you share anything so we can understand the nature of your household and your sister and her actions. Does that make sense? Now, I need you to be honest. You can trust me.
They hit us sometimes. Sid usually tries to take the brunt of it, always making them mad to distract them from me.
Is that why Mrs. Harris said you were limping?
I slept through my alarm clock yesterday morning. It made my father angry.
Was Sydney's behavior typical yesterday?
I guess so. I mean, she was upset that I was hurt and all. I threw up in the morning after my dad was done. That really upset her, I think. I don't know. She didn't say that, but I could just tell. Well, we walked to school together.
Morning, Mrs. Harris. So, any plans
word that Sydney Lewis, a suspect in the deaths of Bill and Joyce Lewis, has been taken into police custody as of 1:21 p.m. today. More updates to come.
I don't know what to say to you.
Margaret, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I hope someday you can forgive me.
I don't know, Sid. Okay? You're not a killer. You're not supposed to be a killer.
Only for you, Max. I only would have ever killed for you, and I would do it again for you.
For me. For me. That's brilliant when you think you did this for me.
Yes, and that's what I do it for.
You took them from me, and now you're going to.
Talk about you, Margaret. You're never gonna dare to give it. I did this.
I'm alone because of you.
All I wanted was freedom of
This is your fault. It's because of you.
I'm sorry. Margaret, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a fool. Margaret, please, Margaret. Margaret, I'm sorry. Margaret, please. No. Margaret, I'm sorry. Margaret, I'm sorry, Margaret.
Would you like some water?
No.
We're all very worried about you, Miss Lewis.
Let's get this over with. I did it. I know I'm wrong. I know that killing is wrong, but I couldn't just stand around. I couldn't just do nothing while Margaret was getting hurt. I mean, she's my little sister. I practically raised her. And I'm supposed to protect her, you know? And she got knocked around real good yesterday. Her head was all screwed up. She was throwing up, you know? It seemed like the right thing to do. I know.
character can take another human being's
I
life.
hope the bitch rots in jail.
Please don't lock her
She
away.
doesn't deserve that.
Remember, she's just a
I
kid.
can't believe they're gone. Imagine losing your whole family. It's a tragedy.
Life goes on, I guess. Everything will be okay.
There is good and there is bad. There is good and there is bad. There is good and there is bad. There is good and there is bad.
Breaking news, 17-year-old Sydney Lewis has been found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder after killing her parents here in Abrams County. As she left the courthouse this morning, her message was clear.